Welcome back to the podcast, the greatest podcast in the world. Don't ask anybody else, just only ask us. And today, we got some recapping to do, and we got some playoffs. Okay? First, I'm going to name the top... What's so funny?
How well our first Pickems went.
For the most part, it didn't go so
Guilty.
well.
Okay. I'll put the recap on the screen right now. Flawless on Group D. Absolutely flawless.
We
Okay.
did good in Group D.
Group A, we were right on PRX and XLG. In Group B, we were right in Fnatic and nobody else.
No, XLG didn't make it.
No, XLZ didn't make it, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't
Or
make it.
we knew that they were our pick'ems like for their first match were correct.
Oh,
It says. But XLG didn't make it. We had Fnatic make it in Group B, and then we were right with our match predictions on the other games. Group C, we were right on our prediction for DRG, and then DRX qualified in the lower bracket. And then Group D was flawless. So
Wait, Group D was the G2 Team Heretics one, right?
yes,
Yeah.
G2 Heretics T1.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll take blame on that one. I'll take blame on that one. I am sorry, Team Heretics. I wasn't familiar with your game. I really thought y'all were gonna bomb it. I ain't gonna lie.
I would like to apologize to DRX. I was like, you know what? You guys are shooters.
Okay, well,
DRX, Heretics, we apologize. Actually, MIBR, we gotta apologize to MIBR also.
True.
We are sorry, MIBR. We did not expect you to do this good.
I love you, Brazil.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
well, to quote Sadik from the last one, DRX is here. Like, they are here.
They are here.
In the
and by here, I meant
bracket.
playoffs.
They made it into playoffs. They are here. See, he wasn't downplaying. It was a
Yeah.
prediction.
It was a statement.
It was a statement. So now here we are. So
So
the first one we got is Fnatic versus DRX.
banger first match, by the way. Banger.
Dude, okay,
What- can we
what I
just
want to
talk
say,
about the-
the top four.
Yeah, can we talk about how the top four and the bottom four, they're just like, it's night and day
Yeah.
on who's playing. Like, top four, you can argue like any one of them can win the whole thing.
Literally
And then the
anyone.
bottom four is like NRG, maybe Heretics. If
Okay,
MIBR
well-
decides to shoot back.
Well, I feel
Maybe.
like you can't say anything too like crazy. Like, of course, you want to think that these top four teams could win the whole thing, but what were our predictions like the last time? And people they woke the fuck up. So I don't
Yeah, but
know
to
if
be
you
fair,
could just
these
go
top four
bottom four sucks.
are also the best looking now. So it's like,
True.
Here's my
okay.
thing, right? The best team by mile right now is Paper X. I will say Paper X right now, they are doing like they're easily the best team right now, in my opinion. They came into they dominated their group, and then they literally like that group, they won so quickly. I barely noticed they played the in group stage. I'm not gonna lie to you. I barely noticed I completely forgot they actually played it in group stage. That's how quickly they dominated. So Paper X, they are in my opinion, the best shaped team right now. Fnatic, they looked really good. I can't lie. They looked really solid. Those MIBR gave them a real hard time, but they pulled it through with that one. G2 a little scary. I can't lie. G2 was a little rough, but you know, like I said, they'd go through the lower bracket and they'd be good. Then the bottom four, I don't even know. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Three of these teams, I don't think I had qualifying. If I'm gonna be honest
No.
with you. So
I think the only people we had was
NRG,
yeah.
was in the bottom, and we said Odin meta.
No, we had-
And then
we had
Odin
Heretics
meta, they
as well.
won, even though they
Oh yes,
used
we
the
did
Odin
have
for Heretics.
Heretics. You're right.
I didn't
Yeah,
have
so we
Heretics. I had
predicted
Her-
half
I had
of it.
Heretics bomb out. I had Heretics bomb the fuck out. But I think we can start with the bracket. We'll start from top to bottom. All right.
Okay.
For me personally,
Fnatic DRX.
Fnatic DRX, this is a close one. In my opinion, I still think Fnatic look in better form than DRX, but
I have a point to make
it's
here.
a very close margin, like a hair margin on how close these two teams are.
I have a point to make about this game.
Okay.
So Fnatic making it to playoffs have done it, and I don't think it's a crazy thing for me to say, without Kayak looking as good as he has the whole year. Kayak has had an off tournament so far.
yeah.
So
I would-
Fnatic DRX, close game. If Kayak is here, Fnatic go through.
Yeah, there was like times where Boaster was top fragging, or was even top fragging way over
But
Kayak.
dude, these EMEA IGLs went crazy on Abyss for some reason.
Yeah. These are like insane. So like Fnatic is actually like Boaster, and especially he's been playing out of his mind.
Incredible
lately.
form.
So
Yeah, he's been in real good form.
So we think Fanatics.
Yeah,
winning.
I personally think
That's what I was gonna put.
I think they just edge it over DRX.
I would love
Yeah.
to see Fnatic win the whole thing.
yeah.
So
Me too.
that's who I would put.
Yeah, I think for Paper X and G2, in my opinion, there's no question. Paper X is winning that. In my opinion, I think they just
I
look
agree.
too strong right now. They're on a hot streak. Again, they won Masters, they won the Pacific region, and they coming in, they dominated the group stage. Like the PRX train is actually like nonstop right now.
Okay.
So I think they actually are like insane right now. I feel like G2 will give them a little bit of a hard time, but in the end, I think PRX will still win it.
I will also say, I need to point one thing out, that the teams that PaperX had to play to get into playoffs was XLG and Giants. While XLG didn't make it to playoffs, Giants did. Meanwhile, G2 had to play two teams that didn't actually make it to playoffs, which were DRG and T1. Not to undermine any of those teams, but I think I do think that XLG and the Giants are harder matchups than DRG and T1.
Also, DRG was playing with a sub. Let's get that started. And also, I don't know if you guys saw the voice comm. The whole team was speaking in Mandarin while they were just telling Demon One, "Hey, just focus on this." And then the entire comms they were speaking in Mandarin. So Demon One was just basically playing ranked.
He's just like,
And this, yeah. Like you see him, he's like in his own world. So he's playing ranked while the other team is like actually calming. But then like in the beginning round, they'll like tell him like, "Hey, focus on this, don't overpeak this, do this," and that's it. And then mid comm, like he's just silent, quiet.
that's so funny.
So I do say DRG. I did say predict this. If Demon One was playing for DRG, they were not making it, and they didn't make it because, and let's be real, like playing with a sub, especially someone that doesn't speak Mandarin, who hasn't been playing with the team for the entire year, it wasn't gonna go well. Like
that's rough.
I don't think a single person saw Demon One playing for DRG and was like, "Oh, they're gonna go far." If you did, you're delusional.
Honestly, I
In my
think
opinion,
there were
they're
actually a lot of Demon 1 fans that now... You'd be surprised the amount of takes I saw about DRG. Some people even thought that they were just gonna win champs off of that.
Yeah, man,
Which is
they're
crazy to
idiots.
me.
Clearly, they're clearly idiots.
One
I
player
don't
does
know
not
what
make
to
that
say.
much of an impact.
Yeah, they just don't know what they're talking about. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Team Heretics and MIB. This is actually, I don't know. This
Okay,
one's gonna stop
Team
me.
Heretics MIBR is so up in the air for me. Normally, if MIBR didn't look how they did currently, with Verno fragging the hell out, Aspas looking back, even Artsen's going crazy, Cortesia's doing his job, Janum's good for his clutches, I would have given it to Team Heretics. Now, I think, like, of all these games, Team Heretics MIBR is the most 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
crazy
I'm a
idea
team-
for the Pickems then.
Okay.
We flip a coin.
As much as I want to flip a coin, I hate Team Heretics to a point. Well, I will always root against them. So even if MIBR doesn't look as better than Team Heretics, I will still vote against Team Heretics. But you guys could do it. But I am a Team Heretics hater for life. Like I'm not, how they're supporters. I'm a Team Heretics hater for life. So like MIBR, I got Brazil. Like I love my Brazilians, so I got Brazil for this one. But you guys can choose. I already
Can
know.
we do this again?
You want
I'm
to
Team
flip a
Heretics, so we can
coin?
flip a coin. We can flip a coin because he's Team MIBR, I'm Team Heretics.
Hey Siri. Flip a coin.
Heads.
Siri might have more-
MIBR.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was heads. What did you say?
So Heretics. You would have
So heretics go through? Okay.
Or you guys would have Heretics go. I have MIBR. I don't think
Okay.
Heretics.
So
I'm just a hater.
What if Heretics wins again? Then what do you have to say?
I'm
What
still
if-
shit talking them. Unless they win champions, I will hate on them. They have for me to not hate on them. They have to win champions for me. That's how much of a hater I am to Team Heretics.
Okay.
I've been hating on them since they shit on EDG. I think it was in the beginning of the year where they said the MVP of champions was overrated. Ever since then, I've been a hater. Because how are you going to hate on somebody that's an MVP of champions? So and they were saying, "Oh, he's overrated." Brother, you haven't won anything. Yeah, you won EWC. Congratulations. It was a weird bracket. Whatever. Now win an actual VCT event. Then come back to us. And
Damn.
you can't say anybody's overrated until you win an actual VCT event. Okay, like you can't say they have too much confidence with not enough accolades backing it up. So that's all I have to say about them. So they're on my shit list for a while until they win something. They're on my shit list.
Fair enough.
Okay. NRG versus GX. Dynex.
Do we want to? I mean, I think it's like. I mean, hey, we said the Team Liquid was gonna go through, so that could change. I don't know.
Okay, I think NRG wins this.
You think so? I think
Odin.
There's a world that GiantX wins for sure, but I think it's like 70-30 towards NRG.
I got like 80-20. I really
80-20
like
really?
don't. I really don't think GX really has much of a chance.
I
NRG
think
just
it
looks
really
too
good.
solid. Unless like Mata and Sam decided to like and Brock just decided to shit the bed. I don't know. Like
I mean,
3 of NRG's players got to really play like shit for GX to play good to win.
I mean,
Like, it's
either way,
gonna
we
be
have
bad.
NRG going through, right?
Yeah, I got NRG.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 people NRG.
Okay.
Okay, so for the next round, the first
Fnatic
game is Fnatic versus PRX, which I think are the 2 like favorites to win.
Yeah,
right?
They
Like,
look the most
yeah.
in form, in my opinion. They look really solid. I think for me it's still PRX. I can't really see. I mean, Fnatic looks amazing. I'm not gonna doubt it. They look really fucking good. They've been looking good the entire year. Let's not doubt that. They've been looking like a top 3 team the entire year. But PRX right now, like the run they're going on right now is just like a generational run right now. And I think for now, I can't see PRX losing this. Will it be close? Will it be a map 3? Most likely. But I do have PRX winning it as like they just look unstoppable right now. As much as I love Fnatic, I love the guys over there, Chronicle, Alfier, like I love all of those guys, but I can't see them right now beating PRX. They just look too good as a team right now. So
What I will say is that what I said about Kayak still applies here. If we see Kayak is enabled, I think Fnatic win because they did beat PRX even in the EWC. And if I remember correctly, Kayak went plus 16 in that series and Kron went plus 19, something like that. It was a 2-1 win for Fnatic. So they have shown that this team can beat the current PaperX team as well. I just think it fully depends on whether or not Kayak is here, because the other 4 on Fnatic have looked alright, especially Buster. Been incredible. Kron's always good for his clutches, you know. Alpha, he's on and off. He's still a bit on and off compared to what he was earlier in the year, but he's still looking good. The main thing is Kayak. I feel like they haven't had like their spearhead, you know. So
100%.
if Kayak's here, I would say that Fnatic win, but again, that's an if. So I'm okay with putting PaperX through because it is kind of the safer option right now.
Yeah,
seeing as
I
Kayak
agree.
hasn't been performing yet. So I'm fine with putting PaperX through.
100%.
Okay, well now we have Ennis Hate versus NRG.
I mean, even if it was MIBR, I still think NRG would win this. I think just
Really?
right now, no. Well, if it was Heretics, it's really a coin flip in my opinion. If it was against MIBR, I would definitely say NRG over MIBR in my opinion. They just look better. You know, they played against each other. They look better. But if it's Heretics, it is a very close game. Again, it really depends on the team. Like Brock and Sam has really saved NRG a lot of the times. Also, like let's not doubt Ethan. He's on IGL, but even on the IGL role, he still looks like 2023 form where like he just looks amazing. He's just like EG Ethan. Like on IGL with this team specifically, he just looks like EG Ethan right now, and he just looks like crazy. But again, it's just really right now nobody has really shit in the bed. Like even if you look at all the games they've been playing, like they just look very like fluid together. They look really good to each other. Even if like for example Mata's having a bad game or Brock is having a bad game, all of that the other teams pick him up and it's still really really good. The only reason I see NRG losing is if like just like the whole team in general just like is getting surgically removed, is what I would say.
Okay. So
Zedek
saying
does
NRG.
not agree.
I am saying NRG.
Zedek does not
Heretics.
agree.
Heretics. As much as I hate them, they do look like a really good squad. Again, but again, this is Heretics. This is Heretics. How they do. They always look really good in groups. They dominate. They look great. They make it far in the playoffs. Get second or third. Like it is a constant thing with Heretics. So are we gonna get the same thing here? Is it gonna be a pattern where they just keep going and keep getting second, third? They look really good in groups, then everyone overhypes them, and then they shit the bed halfway through the playoffs. So
I mean, second or third isn't halfway through the playoffs. That's like grand
second
finals.
or third is all the way to the end.
Yeah, it is all the way to the end.
Final.
But again, they always look super hyped in group, and then everyone has them winning, and then they somehow, some way, still end up losing. Again, that's what I have.
But it's the same with G2 though.
G2, yeah. No, don't get me wrong. G2 is. I think G2 still has a lot of pressure. Like them losing.
That's actually a point I want to ask. How come people hate on Heretics for always ending up second place, but everyone still praises G2 for being the tournament favorite when
G2 at least wins
the exact same position?
But G2 at least wins domestically. So they coming into the tournament at least the number 1 seed domestically. So that's why they're always like, okay, G2 is at least performing well. They're at least doing something.
Would you argue that Americas this year has not been that competitive? It's been quite top heavy.
I would say it's top heavy. NRG came out of nowhere. They really did perform well, but like when it comes to a lot of things, like Leviathan really shit the bed. Like I really had them going far. They shit the bed. Cloud9, in my opinion, like really shit the bed also. They looked really good, but yeah, I think for the most part, like America's this stage, if we're talking about stage 2 specifically, yeah, it looked really weak. It looked like no team was, even when Baby Bay was fucking playing with G2 just overall still looked like one of the best teams. Like, yeah, that
no
guy
shit to Baby Bay, he was a shooter.
No
though.
shit to Baby Bay, but he hasn't played in like 3 years. Yeah, he hasn't played in like 3 years. So like you're having someone who hasn't played in 3 years coming on and just
he's a podcaster. He's one of us.
Yeah, he literally is a podcaster. So you're having a podcaster coming on for 3 days, like it's something like that. But like again, no hit to Baby Bay. He won a trophy. He won more domestic trophies than Heretics. Just letting you know. Just letting that out there. But again, EMEA is a lot tougher domestically. But again, it's not a coincidence that G2 won it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, like, of course. I'm not taking that away from them.
Yeah, we can't take that away from them. Again, that's why everyone doesn't shit on G2 as much as Heretics, is because G2 actually wins other ways. So that's why I would say like G2 still has a lot of pressure. It's still a disappointment. Like let's not forget that. It's still a massive disappointment when they do lose an international event because they're coming in as favorites. They're coming in as usually the number 1 seed in Americas. Americas with the most, in my opinion, one of the most toxic fans base here. And then the always rivalry with Sen. It's like, oh, you're a great team, but you haven't won 2 international titles like Sentinel's done. Yeah. So they always have that. They have that bar to hold where they can't be considered a great team. They're a good team, but they can't be considered a great team without an international title in their belt. So with that being said, it's like they do have a lot of pressure when it comes to that. Again, I really do hope. I really want G2 or PaperX to win this. PaperX they finally got an international title. That's good, but I would really love if G2 won that also. There's a lot of teams that I want winning, but there's only one winner.
Okay, well, back to Heretics versus NRG.
It's hard. I can't lie.
It is kind of hard.
It's very hard to tell this one.
I will believe in NRG's momentum currently. I think Heretics could. Again, this is another 50-50. I'm not gonna lie. This is like another really close game.
Well, if it's another 50-50, how about because Heretics won the last 50-50, NRG will win this one.
Maybe Series just has more ball knowledge than we do.
Yeah. No, they'll have NRG. All right.
Okay, so DRX versus G2.
I'm gonna start from the bottom. Okay.
I think G2.
I think G2.
I think DRX look really good. I'm not undermining you. You look really good.
I was gonna say, you still think they're here?
They are in.
They won't be after playing G2. Sorry.
They're in Paris right now. Just let that out there.
Yeah.
But they won't be after G2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the G2 just again, G2's the favorites coming in number 1 seed. DRX looked kind of sloppy, but I mean, for some reason they kind of show up somewhat internationally. But I still
What
think
I'll
that,
say about DRX, they figured out this Waylay Yoru thing more than any other team. I don't know if you've been watching their games. The way that they use the Waylay Yoru is incredible. On top of that, their mechanics are completely on point, the best I've probably seen them all year. But I think because they're using what do I call it? Like
Unorthodox.
it's like a not unorthodox, but it's like they're using a comp that can be studied, like the way that they play. And I think G2 is just a really nerdy team. And I think if any team is to find a hole in that kind of gameplay, it would be G2.
Yeah. Again, they're always adapting. G2 is always adapting. They're always able to, like, if they know a team is tricky, they'll be able to adapt around them, just them specifically. So again, G2 is out there. I still think G2 is gonna win it. As much as I love DRX, they had a great champions. I still see them bombing out of playoffs.
They were definitely here.
They were here. They were in Paris.
They
were
made
in
it.
Paris. They were in Paris. I mean, for me, it's Heretics and Giant or GX. So I surprised enough, I do have, for me at least, I have Heretics over Giant X as much
It's
as
MIBR Giant X, no?
Yeah, we
for you guys.
have to do
Yeah.
MIBR Giant X, unless we all just
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that Giant X just wins, and it's not even close.
No, this is another 50-50 for me.
Really? I know you're a big West Side fan.
Yeah. Not only West Side, I'd rate Cloud highly as an IGL as well.
Yeah. I
And,
know you're
Aura
you're
and
a big
Flickless
fan.
have been incredible.
Yeah, I mean, again, they surprised everyone. Like making out a group stage, not many people had them going on with it. It's again, I know, like you watch them mechanically, they look really, really good. But again, it's also comes down to chemistry with the team. Like if you've noticed a pattern here, it's a lot of the teams that have been together for such a long time, and like the core that have made it so far. Again, I think GX out of everyone here as a 5 has been here the least out of everybody, except maybe them and MIBR, like the two teams.
No,
I've been here the
because I
last,
think
at least.
Giant X, like last year when they were playing as Giants, I'm pretty sure the roster still had Cloud, and it had Cloud and Grubinho. I think those.
Yeah, but I'm
two
saying
are
as a
still
5. Like as a 5.
Oh yeah, as a 5, yeah.
As a 5, I think they're like the newest team here as a 5. Because you look at Fnatic, they've been playing for the entire year. PRX, they've been together for like ages. NRG, like I know they somewhat kind of formed this year, but
I mean, MIBR is new.
Hmm?
MIBR is they're new.
Yeah, they're still new. That's what I'm saying. Like MIBR, like they're one of the newer teams, and then G2,
Yeah,
they've
so it's
been
MIBR
together.
Giant X. It's
Yeah,
the
so
two that haven't been
what
together as
point
a
are you
5.
trying to make if they're both new
I'm just
teams?
saying, my point is, as much as I want to say mechanically everything is good and play wise, it really comes down to chemistry and how the teams, like which team has the better chemistry with each other. And again, for me, I think Heretics just has it better. And then if you guys say like MIBR, like they have it better too.
We're talking about MIBR and Giant X.
MIBR Giant X. Yeah,
I
it's the
think
podcast Pickems.
but for me, I think MIBR just because Aspas. That's really
Okay,
what it is.
there's where I disagree. We have seen MIBR mentally bomb out this year.
They have mentally bombed out, yes.
And I think that if MIBR loses that game to Heretics, then they lose their momentum.
Like they just mentally boomed out of it.
Yeah, I think the run that they're going on right now is because of the momentum that they have.
Okay.
So you think
They
they're
got
just
excited that they
mentally
qualified
gone?
the champs. I don't think they're mentally gone, but I think not all 5 of them will be there like they are now.
Okay. I can see where you're going from this.
Ennis doesn't seem happy.
No, I
You're
get his
welcome to
point.
disagree.
No, I get his point. Like, if you looked at Toronto, like you saw that, like you can see. I mean, we were there physically.
Not only Toronto, stage 2 as well.
Yeah, stage 2 in Toronto. Like you saw them. Like they either have like one bad map or like they have one bad series. Like you could just see them. Like you could tell by body language. Like you just look like annoyed. Again, body language doesn't say everything. They could just that's how they are. We don't know exactly what they're saying, what they're thinking. Again, we don't know them personally. We don't know how they're thinking. It's just like how they play and how they perform afterwards. It's just a constant thing that we see from them. It does matter. I'm not gonna lie. Also, if I'm gonna be honest with you, it really depends on like if Aspas is even having a decent game. Because if he's having like a completely shit game and they're able to just shut him down completely, there goes the spear of the team. Again, it's not just Aspas and friends. They have a good squad around them. It's really good. But again, I do think that it really depends on Aspas. Again, when I say Aspas, it really, really does depend on him. If he does have a good game, if he really does have like a generational game, they can win this. But if he just bombs out and just gets shut down so easily, and they're able to just literally shut down Aspas, everybody else is like they are able to play around. So, it really just depends on that, for my opinion. But
So what do we lock in here?
Are we going Giant X?
This is a 50-50. For the sake, because I love Brazil and you know, gotta represent Americas, I'll go MIBR.
Alright.
I could flip a coin. I could flip another coin.
Do we do this
We're just gonna
again?
keep flipping coins until we get something.
Yeah. Okay, MIBR's heads. Giant X.
We have no ball knowledge. We have none.
Okay. Do we? Or are we like? Are you two disagreeing on what it is, or?
I think it's Giant X. He thinks it's MIBR.
I think we just keep going with it, and then we'll come back to recording. We'll see who's right. I say we go by off our ball knowledge instead of just flipping a coin. My opinion.
Cool.
So
and then
then,
we'll see
so
how,
what are we doing?
We're going MIBR. We'll go MIBR. But I feel like with the other ones, we've been going with my picks. So we'll go MIBR.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You know, there's a chance that our Pickems are already completely done by round 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, we might not even get this matchup.
Yeah, we might even not get the. I'll be surprised if we get past round 1. If I'm going to be honest with you.
Yes.
okay. So
I know
in
people-
the top side, we now have PRX and NRG. And I mean,
Yeah.
I think we've all been saying that PRX just like
Paper.
I just have paper X
It's
for
not
the whole
even
thing.
close.
I'm going to be honest with
The
you.
thing about the Paper X run is, I think the further into the tournament they go, the easier it gets for them. Because they start with G2, then they play Fnatic, and then it's NRG, who is not as
Yeah.
hard as
Okay.
G2 or Fnatic.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
so I kind of want to skip the Heretics G2 right now. And do we think Fnatic versus MIBR goes Fnatic's way, or do you think that
I
one's
think
up
so.
in the air too?
I think Fnatic goes that way.
Fnatic.
Fnatic. Okay.
They're just
Fnatic.
like we go back to it. Like they're so mentally like their mental fortitude is so it's like head above when it comes to mechanical skills. Yes, MIBR might be a little bit better, but if we're talking about like just like chemistry, how they work together, and they're just their mentality, Fnatic just has that. Like they'll still be like Fnatic is the team that they'll be down 10-2 and you'd be like, you know what, it's Fnatic. They could come back from this. But if it's MIBR down 10-2, all right, let's start talking about the
That's
next
fun.
map. Yeah, let's start talking about the next map.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so Fnatic, I got them.
So I guess maybe the least obvious would be Heretics G2.
Now, do I think... Okay. I'll give it to G2. Why? Because they just came off of a loss from Heretics.
So you
So
think
I
that
have
they
a vault
study
review.
the game and
Yeah,
they come
G2 are
back
nerds,
in the second game, or their
G2
next
are a
match?
nerd team.
Yeah,
100%.
they're a team that adapts very fucking quick.
Oh,
I think they're like one of the only few teams that like
One of the smartest
can-
teams.
you can throw any matchup on them, give them like a day's notice, they'll figure it out.
okay.
They'll figure it out,
So-
figure out the matchup pretty easily. So I think G2 just overall has a great just a great thing. Yeah.
So then we got G2 Fnatic.
This is a tough one. I can't even lie. It's hard to choose this one. You have you have both teams who've dominated domestically. You know, Fnatic has won international titles, G2 has made it far, but you have two teams that have dominated domestically, minus Fnatic with this year with Liquid, but they've dominated domestically. So it's really just down to like, honestly, this is just straight up who's having a better game.
Okay, before we decide this, do we agree that either of these two teams beat NRG in the lower final?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
Fnatic
okay.
100%.
Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
NRG
really
is not
literally-
winning it. Winning.
Yeah,
the World.
I think they end third place. NRG ends third
Yeah.
place. Again, a good run, but they end third place.
Very good one.
Yeah. Again, this is literally because these two teams are so alike in so many different ways. Like they are literally, both teams are literally the same players. They have the same strats. They are the same. These two are literally the same team.
By the way, both Boaster and Valon are fragging the hell out right now.
And their IGLs are like going nuts. So
Yeah.
like they are
Okay.
literally down to the wire on who is having a better day that day. That is literally what this game goes down to. Again, that's literally what this game goes down to. I know Sadik wants Fnatic to win because he wants the Chronicle win champions.
Well, I was
I
gonna
know he-
say if it could go either way, I propose that we put Fnatic through so we can see the run back of PRX and Fnatic in the grand
I
finals.
want to say that I don't want G2 to go just so that we don't get an All Americas lower final that we've already seen just before coming into champs. Just for entertainment purposes, I don't want a regional upper final. Or lower final, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're
Okay,
doing Fnatic. Goes
And
through.
also, then if Fnatic does win, if, because they still have to beat PaperX, then we get the undisputed go to Valorant.
Yeah. But
So
we'll
there's a story
agree.
to be told there.
Chronicle would be the undisputed GOAT of Valorant. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we have Fnatic beating. We have Fnatic going through the lower finals.
I like how half of the Pickems is just off of vibes.
Oh, bro, yeah. Wait, how else are we supposed to pick, dude? Dude, that's how it is. Literally the last like couple.
Well-
We have Fnatic beating NRG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
So-
questions
Either
asked.
of those teams would have beat NRG.
So, like Sadik was saying before, that it gets easier for PRX as they go. But in grand finals, they have a second
Now,
game against
here is my
Fnatic.
thing.
And Fnatic can then learn from their previous game. So
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So in this like negligible chance that like our Pickems come true, and Fnatic is now coming off of a loss from PaperX, Fnatic are advantaged. Does that mean that the players will be shooting on the day? No, because you need to be shooting against PaperX. But
Yeah.
strategically, I think Fnatic have the advantage. Again, we're gonna be wrong after the first round
Oh, yeah.
of games. So it's like, will this happen? Probably not. But if in this scenario, assuming that all shooting stays the same, I think Fnatic gets it.
See, but now my thing is, right? Can Fnatic lose to PaperX 3 times in a row? Do you think that actually happens? Because they
They
lost them in
lost 3 times in a row.
finals. Yeah, because I'm saying if the bracket goes correctly, right? Like, for example, like if our bracket is correct and we have
Yeah.
PaperX winning it, do you think like can Fnatic do you think Fnatic really loses to PaperX 3 times in a row because they lost them in finals, right? They would play them again in this bracket right beforehand. They would because PaperX would send them to lowers in our bracket, and then they would go up to grand finals. Do you think PaperX has the do you think PaperX beats them 3 times in a row? In a way. That'd be 3 times in a row this year they would beat them. Or do you think Fnatic like locks in and like
you're not
the
just
last time
saying
they
this.
played together was at EWC. Oh, I'm confused what you're saying here.
Oh yeah, okay. Then EWC.
Are you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about just Masters, Toronto?
Well, I'm talking about VCT events. Well, let's go just by VCT events. Let's not go by EWC.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
they
they
lost
still
Masters.
played
They
each
played
other.
against
It's
each
not
other
like
in
they
WCT
didn't.
events?
Were they playing in EWC?
Okay, Masters Toronto, Fnatic won, sorry, PaperX won 3-1.
Yes.
And then that's the only time they played this year. Other than
No,
EWC.
no.
And at
I
EWC
understand
Fnatic
that.
won.
Oh,
No.
so what Ennis is saying is they lost at Masters, or PRX wins Masters Toronto, right? Against
Yes.
Fnatic.
Oh, and then they lost
Then-
in the upper semifinals.
Yes.
And then, okay.
They would
okay.
lose. Do you think they
Yeah.
would lose again as a third? Like, do you think they would lose again, or they would like, no, they can't beat us like that? is my thing.
I really highly rate the new Fnatic coaches. I think that ever since they've been brought in, Fnatic has looked like they've what's the word I'm looking for? They've like revived their passion for the game. I think that the current coaches on Fnatic have been doing a really good job. And I think that if it comes to an event where Fnatic is the one rematching PaperX, that Fnatic will win.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, you can disagree. You can disagree.
Mm.
I'm happy with both these teams winning.
If I'm gonna be real with you, I still just I can't see anybody beating PaperX, no matter what. Like it's just they just look too fucking good, in my opinion. As much I would love to see Chronicle lift the fucking Champions trophy, Crashies, like that whole Fnatic squad. I love them. Like I love them to death. I want them to win. Like my heart is saying Fnatic, but my brain is saying PaperX. You know what I mean? So like it's
Okay.
like it's like choosing between your two favorite kids. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's literally hard to choose your favorite. So like my thing is like it really is. Who do I want to win? I want Fnatic to win, but who I think is going to win is Paper X. So it's hard for me.
You just brought the point up though. Like, do you really see them losing 3 times in a row?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
You really see them, but right now with the run they're having right now, ever since Masters Toronto, yeah, like I really do see them losing 3 times in a row.
do you think PRX, like mentally at this point, they're like, we don't lose to Fnatic. This is just easy, and they don't play their best, or do you think they just fucking like?
If they go on the mentality,
like, they're just locked in.
If they go on the mentality, be like, oh yeah, we already beat them before, we can do it again. I don't think they have that mentality. I think they're genuinely like, they go into every game like, okay, we could lose this game, so we have to like lock in. It's just I don't think Paper X loses. I really do have Paper X winning the whole thing, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, either way we have history, right? Either way we have the GOAT of Valorant, or we have the first team to win a Masters and a Champions at all, I think.
Yeah, in the same
winning
year.
3 VCT trophies
Back to
in a row.
back.
Yeah, back to back to back. That would actually be historic. Literally, Paper X would be cement themselves as if not the greatest team in Valorant. So, yeah.
So it's either we get the GOAT of Valorant, or we get the greatest team.
Yes, I think that's what I would agree on that. Yep. But yeah, I think let's see if our bracket is good. I'll consider it a win if we get the first round correct.
Yeah, honestly, I'm celebrating in the next podcast. I'm coming.
Yeah, I'll be like, honestly,
like
I don't know how the fuck we got this right.
Right.
I don't know how the fuck we got this right, but we did.
Well, I'm gonna lock the Fnatic squad in because I like.
Right.
Okay, Danny took over here.
I like
Okay.
them.
All right. I'll lock in the Paper X for my pickles at least, but yeah. And then I think Sadek, I know he wants to go
share my
Fnatic.
Pickems with you guys.
No, I know he wants to go Fnatic. It's okay. I know.
I do. I mean, I made that clear.
No, 100%. I get it. But yeah.